YouTube, welcome back. Dub Digital crypto news, macro trends. Give me a subscribe if you appreciate that content. I'm trying to bring you the hottest crypto content on the internet. Today we're gonna go over that HBAR click. Where you at? Hedera Hashgraph, aka that blue chip crypto. But Dub Digital, why you call it a blue chip crypto for? Because it's got more blue chip partnerships than I can shake a stick at. And unless I'm tripping, I'm pretty sure I drew at a fractal that I said we were gonna monitor over time. Well, guess what? It's been time. We're gonna go over the progress of that fractal. We're gonna look at the BTC and the USD chart and everything all up in between. And at the very end of the video, guys, we're gonna go over some recent press releases mentioning Hedera Hashgraph. But you know what? I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's pull up the charts. Alright guys, I pulled up the HBAR BTC pair because you know I love those Satoshis, baby. If you're new to my coverage on HBAR and pretty much any other asset, I like to do a recap right before my analysis, because if you understand the past, you could better predict how the future may play out. There's something I want you to keep in mind when looking at this whole graph here. There are two areas of extended bleed off for Hedera Hashgraph. One occurring in December 2019, and it resulted in approximately a 65% decline. Then the other one started in August 18th of this year. And over approximately 103 days or so, HBAR has had a similar bleed off. At the lowest part of the drop, HBAR has bled a similar 65%. Let's understand this, guys. We know, if you follow my channel, that price action is just essentially investor sentiment of said asset plotted out on a chart over time. And if there are declines of similar severity and price structure that looks reminiscent of something that's occurred in the past, there's a good chance that that same sentiment is playing over and over again in those same investors' head like a skipping record. Like it or not, guys, people today get spooked just like people last year, who get spooked just like people last decade and last century, so on and so forth. But I digress. Let's get back to the point. Always remember what caused the bleed off. What caused this bleed off that occurred between August 2020 to current? Well, unless you've been living under a rock, in February of 2020, Google announced that they were forming a partnership with Hedera Hashgraph. That shot the price up to the sky, to the heavens, to the moon. We experienced a 600% over approximately 25 days, less than a month. That's meaning if you had any capital, you would have 6 times that. Oh my god. Like, guys, where else could you do this besides crypto? I love crypto. I love crypto. I love you. No, I do love you though. Is that weird? Is that weird? I don't care. Don't worry about it. After that supernova price run, Hedera Hashgraph dropped about 55%, then came back up for a double dip higher than the last one and rose from the drop about 139%. Whenever something goes up, when it's going like this, people pile in. It's usually extended, probably bigger than it's supposed to be. It tops out, falls down significantly. They buy in. It goes up again, and it went up significantly as well. This is what we call a dead cat bounce. If you bought in this second wave up, you experienced a prolonged downtrend that lasted approximately 256 days. I hate it when my team's HBAR bags are bleeding. But hey guys, it's not all bad news, because during that time I started covering HBAR. I started drawing it up, and I noticed we had a triangle forming right here. When you have triangles that are forming, know what a triangle is. A triangle is a pattern of accumulation as consolidation. Whenever you have a price run up like this, the market is one-sided. Pretty much the bulls are in control. But as the price starts to flow down, bleed out, bears start regaining control once again, and then the asset's price starts falling to the ground like a comet, like a meteorite. Got everyone bracing for impact, hiding under the desk, calling up all the friends, telling them that they love them. It even got some people sleeping on the couch and drinking vodka for dinner. But if you have to, guys, drink responsibly. Let's get back on track. Mid-October, the price for HBAR broke through the levels, and for a short period of time between November 17th to November 21st, HBAR was in a dark green area. That's the spot I like to pick it up at, and that was the 183 Satoshi level. This is why you want to be really patient when it comes to investing. Sometimes things actually do collapse, and if you have the stomach and the mental fortitude to buy bottoms, you're actually putting yourself at a statistical advantage, because things that go down typically go up, and if you're buying up here, things that go up typically come down. You don't gotta shoot the messenger, y'all. It's just the law of the universe. So let's talk about this fractal I drew, guys. If you're not familiar with fractals, what fractal essentially is a pattern in investor sentiment, investor emotion that seems to play out over and over on an asset's price chart. Dub Digital, why the heck does it do that? I don't know. People think the same thing over and over again and don't learn learned their lesson supposedly. And guys, in full transparency, this price action has deviated pretty significantly from where the fractal says we should have been. We're gonna talk on why in a second, but let's measure how far off we are. We're approximately 40% away from where this fractal says we should be. Now guys, let me ask you a question. If we get a fractal wrong, does it mean we suck and we should stop trading and we should stop investing? No, it just means we take the new data point and adjust our plan so we can be better informed to know what may play out in the future. And I've been trying to think of a way how I can show up my margin of error, and I've really decided I'm going to keep this right here because fractal structure could vary pretty significantly. We could have just a situation where this fractal, for whatever reason, just dipped down lower. There would be really no way of knowing that, but what we will do is assume that we are wrong. And I'm going to take the exact same fractal and adjust it down to the steepness that we're experiencing currently on the price action, which should prolong the time frame for this thing to play out. And as price action does occur, we should know which path it was more likely to take. Ta-da! If it's simply just a fractal deviation, then this thing's going to start taking up more aggressively to meet this timeline right here. If the fractal is deeper than we thought it was, that means it's going to take longer to play out. I'm going to be on YouTube to talk about it. So let's get to the USD chart because I know you guys want to look at that. All right, y'all. I got the HBAR USD pair pulled up. Dub Digital. I thought you knew everything Satoshis. Yeah, well, I used to, but I started reading the comments that said in USD, my team might need me. Please pardon me. This is the first time I'm looking at the HBAR USD chart, so I got to draw it up for y'all. The guys sitting on the daily here, one thing's clear. Where the price is sitting at currently has had 1 million touches. This tells me that this is a huge area of contention between the buyers and the sellers. Let's just count the waves, guys. Look, 1 touch, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 1 million, 1,000 million, bajillion. It doesn't take a genius to see that HBAR's price has touched 3.2 cents like a bajillion times. I mean, hell, HBAR for the last year has been hitting this 3.2 cents, man. Let's go ahead and throw a Fib retracement on this sucker to understand just exactly where in the Fibonacci sequence this price action is hitting. Wow, that's a shocker. Huh. The price area of contention that HBAR keeps revisiting, the 3.2 cents area approximately, is right smack dab in the middle of the golden pocket, aka the 61.8 Fibonacci level. See this blue area here? It's been in there for the majority of its life cycle. Sounds like a lot of people saw this huge price run that occurred in February 2020, wanted a piece of that HBAR pie, wanted to gobble it up when it corrected down low enough. Traders and investors all over the world have been trained to pick up assets in the golden pocket during uptrending markets, y'all. I don't see a nice looking fractal that I could identify like I did on the BTC pair. So when I have assets where I can identify a fractal in this stage of the bull run, I like to play defensively and pick things up on the cheap. So in terms of HBAR's US dollar price, I'm just gonna chalk this thing up just looking at areas of resistance. Definitely not my prettiest chart, but it's gonna work, guys. It's gonna work. Chill out, chill out. This level starts at about the 3 cent mark and ends at about the 2.6 cent mark. The next area under that means, hey, this is a deeper correction, and the deeper for me means the higher my ROI, and that essentially starts at the 2.6 cent level and ends at the 2 cent level. And the area below that is, hey, this is on the cheap, and that area starts at the 2 cent level and ends at around the 1 cent level. I'm just looking at this big fat air pocket right here. There was not too much support developed in this area. It was pretty much a vertical straight shot up. Prolific gains. But with prolific gains, guys, comes risk on the downside, and we're approaching what I believe may potentially be a downside. But in order to be a good investor, you gotta also be a realist and take advantage of opportunities when they slap you in the face. But in order to understand if alts are gonna go up or go down, it helps to understand the Bitcoin dominance, because Bitcoin is that king crypto, big daddy. All right, guys, here we are. I pulled the Bitcoin dominance for you. For those of you living under a rock, Bitcoin dominance is essentially how much money's wrapped up in the Bitcoin market cap in comparison to altcoin market cap. We had a steady rise in Bitcoin dominance pretty much from mid-September all the way to mid-November. And on the 16th of November, we've had a pretty significant drop in Bitcoin dominance. At the lowest point of the wick, it was 7% drop. Altcoins went crazy. XRP went nuts. That's just a little taste of altcoin season. I drew a line straight through the middle of this chart because I was identifying an area where the chart keeps reverberating back to. And notice where this price wigged down to before coming up and hit 61.5 dominance level. But what I ultimately think is going to happen, guys, is a watershed moment, and we'll see this dominance fall like we did from February 2017 to January 2018. All right, guys, I pulled up crypto total market cap excluding Bitcoin, aka the altcoin market cap. Now, guys, if you haven't been following my my other videos, I've been showing this chart like in every single one of them because I think it's that important. I think I identified a fractal on the altcoin market cap that we cannot ignore. And you know what? I was staring at this chart one day and I couldn't help to think that this structure looks like this structure. We had a run up, drop down, 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 run up, drop down. And we had some grinding action and then a severe run up. This increase in altcoin market cap was almost 800%. And since I started rolling out this fractal to my following, the altcoin market cap has risen approximately 42%, and we've had a quick retracement of approximately 20%. It's not all bad news, because what I essentially think the altcoin market cap is doing with this retracement is a resistance support flip. One that's very, very significant. But Dub Digital, why the heck is it significant though? Because the altcoin market cap has been under this resistance point since June of 20, which is the year that the bear market actually got started. In fact, we've been under this resistance point for damn near 895 days, breaking out and getting above and coming back and staying above this resistance point, then makes it a support line. Should this area hold above this line here, this is a green light and a go ahead for a lot of investors that the crypto market is out of its downtrend, broken through serious points of resistance. Yep, that's what I'm talking about. That's why you're in crypto. That's why you follow my channel. One day, altcoins are going to take off, and your friends that didn't want to get into crypto, your family that laughed at you, they're going to look at you like you just slapped them in the face, because no one thought that this would occur again, except you and me. But you know what, guys? Not everything is just the TA. You know, if you follow this channel, we take the TA and the FA and mix it all up. That fundamental analysis. Because those who are closer to the knowledge profit. Simple as that. Dated November 17th of 2020. Hala Systems leverages Hedera Hashgraph to deliver early warnings of conflict to 2.1 million Syrians. That's some big boy news. I see you, Hedera Hashgraph. Let's read into it. Hala Systems, a social enterprise developing advanced technologies to protect civilians from misinformation, is now utilizing Hedera Hashgraph, an enterprise-grade distributed ledger, verified data provenance, and remove centralized control over data. Hala Systems' primary product, Sentry, delivers early warnings of conflict and natural disasters to 2.1 million people in Syria. Hedera Hashgraph is actually like saving lives. That's real adoption right there. In an analysis of multiple offensives in northwest Syria since 2017, Sentry was correlated with a 10 to 30 mean reduction due to airstrikes, with 250,000 people benefiting from reduced traumatic anxiety. The system issues an average of 140 early warnings per day. And guys, check this. I almost read over this part. This is interesting stuff. Hala Systems explored the Ethereum platform, but found its probabilistic, not definitive consensus smart contracts with highly variable fees and slow confirmation times unsuitable for their use case. Whoa. The Hashgraph consensus algorithm and data structure allow for Hedera Network to operate much more efficiently and drastically lower cost. What have I told you guys, man? Ethereum keeps messing around. 3 to 4 years later on Ethereum 2.0, I used to back up Ethereum, but now I'm getting pissed because they gotta make me pay like $30 per transaction for some stupid crap. Looks like I'm not the only person thinking this way, and Ethereum's inability to rectify its congestion issue is actually losing its adoption and traction in the marketplace. This article is dated November 19th, 2020. Safe Health Systems launches health check platform assisting Arizona State University. Safe Health Systems launches health check platform assisting Arizona State University in fight against spread of CV-19. The SAFE platform emerged from the Mayo Clinic and Arizona State University Alliance for Health Core MedTech Accelerator program. Dang, could they pick a less catchy name? A program designed to accelerate use-inspired research and improve patient care and outcomes through innovations. Mobile screening and information platform offers organizations a real-time view into the potential spread of the virus. The new health check platform was designed by SHS with transactions verified in real time on Hedera Hashgraph. I don't gotta say anything else about that. It's actually being trusted and used to track a pandemic spread, contact trace, and all that good stuff. And lastly, dated November 24th of 2020, DLA Piper launches new Toko security tokenization platform on Hedera Hashgraph, Hyperledger Fabric, and Microsoft Azure. Global law firm DLPA, in collaboration with Aldersgate DLS Digital Ledger Solutions, has launched Toko, new security token platform built on Hedera Hashgraph, Hyperledger Fabric, and Microsoft Azure. The Toko platform will allow investors to digitally purchase a fraction of the tokenized asset, with the fine art asset being the first project to be tokenized. Hedera's swinging. All the use cases. They said, we don't want one use case, we want all the use cases. Tokenizing assets on Toko makes it easy to create new, highly scalable markets that were never before possible. DLO Piper Piper's Toko leverages Hedera Hashgraph's consensus algorithm. DLA Piper Toko leverages Hedera Hashgraph's consensus algorithm, timestamping and finality features of the Hedera Consensus Service, or HCS, to deliver the highest levels of trust for their tokenized services. DLA Piper has explored the high grade of security offered by the Hedera platform since joining the Hedera Governing Council in 2019. You guys need me to say anything on this? Looks pretty dope to me. Tokenizing Chinese art in order to prove authentic ownership digitally? Alright guys, I know it's been a second and I said my HBAR team might need me, so I brought you this nice price update. We went over the fractal, through some alternate paths that it might take, looked at some of the macro forces affecting Bitcoin dominance and what it might do to altcoin market cap in the next coming months. And based off the articles I showed you, there's been a lot happening recently, just in this month of November. And when the time is right, when hype meets fundamentals meets price action, we may see another 800% rise in Hedera Hashgraph. If you appreciate the content, give me a like, comment, subscribe, Dub Digital. Crypto news, macro trends. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.